If I could tell a kid that's coming up in the snowboard world one thing, it would definitely be just to have fun with it. That's why you're doing it, not to focus on being sponsored or being professional, because that just comes later. You just have to enjoy snowboarding as a whole, and that's all that matters. Like, you don't have to, send your resume to every company. You don't have to, try and be the coolest kid on the block. It's just, if you have fun snowboarding, people will recognize that. Going and filming in the streets in like Minneapolis or in like any city that has like a lot of rails and urban stuff to ride, it's got its ups and its downs. It takes a while to find the right spot. You have to drive around almost too much on trips, or you find the right spot and you get there and you set it up, and the second that you're about to hit it, somebody comes out and tells you that you have to leave because you're a liability or something like that. But at the same time, it's like, it's kind of relaxed. Like, everybody's kind of got their own vibe, their own feel. Like, they know what they want to hit and what kind of tricks they want to do. And nobody really like pushes their limits too much. You can tell when somebody's not ready to do something, and usually they don't do it if they're smart. My mind runs wild when I'm trying to land tricks or when I'm trying to do things. I go through all different kinds of techniques, and in my mind, I just, the classic visualize an attack. Like, I full on imagine what is going to happen and what I need to do exactly, and basically just try and focus on that. It's always a gamble. You can go there and want to do a trick and it'll happen right away, or you can try and something happens different every single time. We were talking about the other day how it's like, that's like the definition of insanity. It's like, you keep trying something and expect different outcomes every time. And that's kind of how it is sometimes. You go insane trying to snowboard on spots. Once you get the trick, it's the best feeling in the world. Like, you can go from feeling so frustrated and so mad at yourself trying these tricks over and over again, but the second you land, it all goes away and you just have this like best feeling. Everybody's hyped and you check the shot, and that's going into your video part and working towards something awesome. It's a good feeling for sure. Yeah, with snowboarding, I want to just film the best video parts that I can film, and just kind of make sure that style is still in the sport, and whatever I can do to help the new kids coming up. Like the kids in Minnesota these days, there's a bunch of people that are filming video parts for like big name productions, and going out and riding with all these kids is just like, I don't know, it's refreshing. So there's not really too much in snowboarding these days that I'm really bummed on. I see good and bad progression these days, with the triple flips and double flips, and just basically having to do stuff that's like way over the top. When I started snowboarding, I was looking up to guys like Devin Walsh and Gigi Ruff and all these guys that just had like amazing style. They never spun, they barely ever spun more than a 900, and it was the coolest thing in the world just because they had style. And I think that's what snowboarding still needs to be about, is style. I would rather see somebody do a smooth grab than a triple backflip. I see the sport progressing in both ways. I see kids hucking, trying to do the craziest flips possible, trying to win the Olympics, trying to be X Games superstars, and I see kids filming awesome video parts and having a good time with it, having style, and just showing the sheer fun of snowboarding. I've had like the opportunity to like invent a couple tricks and like do a couple things that nobody has ever done before on, you know, on a snowboard, and just, you know, that alone is something that makes me happy. So like, you know, in the future when people are like, oh, you know, like do like a Marben plant off something, or like, you know, like hand plant off like a cliff, or like off like a drop in the city, or, you know, do like something that I kind of came up with, is that kind of makes me happy, I guess. Just kind of have my little stamp on snowboarding. You know, you might not be the guy that's known for doing it the best, but you know, if you do it first, that's innovation, I guess.